What's up? Okay, I have to get my picture for my screenshot. What is up? Today we are going to talk about how do you know when to bring up an issue with a loved one. As recovering people pleasers, sometimes we can overthink things when we want to bring up something that feels really conflicty and feels really deep and feels really difficult. So, today that's what this live is going to be about. So, if that's something you need to listen to, you're in the right spot. My name is Anna.Stewart. I'm the Heart Centered Woman coach. I'm a confidence coach for women who are goal oriented and recovering people pleasers. I coach them how to put their desires first and stop worrying about what other people think. Live your life for you. Boom. So if you're catching the replay, if you're catching me live, make sure you comment in the chat. Let me know live or replay. Feel free to post your questions and I'll answer them. I'm live on a couple different places, so I'm excited to connect with you guys. And sorry if you hear background music, or background noise. That's like dogs barking outside. That's what it'd be like when you're live, right? Anyway, if you want to learn more about what we're talking about today, you can download the free guide that is at the link in all of my bios, whether you're checking me out on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. The link in the bio is the same. And so you can download a free guide. It's called the Recovering People Pleasers Guide to Tough Conversations and Personal Relationships. And so it's going to go a little bit deeper into what we're going to talk about here today. So the reason why I thought it would be appropriate to bring this up today is because as a recovering people pleaser myself, I feel like there's lots of times where I struggle with knowing whether something is a big enough issue to bring it up. Because I think like probably a good 99% of us recovering people pleasers are very conflict avoidant. And we don't like to bring up conflict. We're very, a lot of our people pleasing is a coping skill to kind of avoid the conflict, avoid the stress, avoid the drama. We minimize ourselves and shrink ourselves because we don't want to upset other people, because we don't want to deal with the backlash. Like the fears that I always worry about is if someone's going to yell at me or be mean to me, or if I'm going to look like the bad guy or a bad person, or if it's someone who means a lot to me, are they going to just up and leave me? That whole fear of rejection that comes into play, which if you can relate, let me know that I'm not by myself. So when you are considering bringing up a difficult topic with someone in your personal life and you are a recovering people pleaser, there are 3 questions I want you to ask yourself in deciding whether or not to bring this up, whether or not it's worth having a in-depth, deep conversation about. The first question I want you to ask yourself is this issue preventing you from being able to show up in the relationship fully as yourself? If you are not able to show up as the authentic, whole you because of this issue, then that's going to be a sign that you're diminishing yourself and you're shrinking yourself, and you need to bring the subject up. So if you answer yes, I'm not able to show up fully as my authentic self. I have to walk on eggshells. I have to pretend that things don't affect me. I have to pretend that my feelings aren't hurt. I have to pretend that this doesn't matter. I'm faking it. I'm not being honest about how I really feel. Then that's the number one sign that yes, you do need to engage and bring up this difficult conversation and have the tough combo, have the tough talk. The second question I want you to ask is this relationship a primary relationship, meaning one that you engage in regularly? If this is a conflict that you're having with someone who is at the grocery store, maybe someone's just rude at the grocery store, you can kind of pick your poison on whether you really want to bring it up and, kind of make a big deal out of it. And I don't say big deal as if it doesn't matter, because it does matter, but it just depends on whether you want to bring that energy up. So if it's somebody at the grocery store that you're probably never going to see again, then, consider whether or not you want to engage the energy and whether it's worth it to you in the long run. However, if this is a primary relationship, meaning someone you engage in regularly with, spouse, kids, parents, sisters, aunties, uncles, cousins, best friends, family members, friends, community members, neighbors, coworkers, bosses, anybody that you have to or choose to engage with on a regular basis, you do indeed need to bring this up. Because, like we said in the first question, if you're going to be constantly engaging with this person and you can't even show up as your authentic self, that sounds pretty miserable to me. It is not fun to have relationships in your life where you have to continuously be small and shrink yourself on a regular basis. And so, if you find that this is a primary relationship and that is happening, you need to bring up the conversation. The third and final question that you need to consider when you are trying to decide whether or not you want to bring up a difficult topic is whether or not you want to maintain the relationship. And so that kind of goes into the second one. Like, if there's somebody at the grocery store, we're not maintaining a relationship. So there's zero reasons to bring this up. However, if this is someone who is a primary relationship, like I said, a family member or friend, and you do want to maintain this relationship, then yes, it is important. How your feelings matter, your emotions matter, your thoughts matter, what you have to say is important. And if you want to maintain the relationship, you owe it to yourself to be honest how you feel, and you owe it to the other person to be honest about how you feel. Think about them, and if they truly care and love you, they also want to know if something they're doing is harming you. So it's going to serve you and it is going to serve them when you decide to be honest and bring up this difficult conversation. So, just a real quick recap. The number one question we're going to ask ourselves is this issue preventing me from being able to show up as my full authentic self? If it is preventing you from showing up as your full authentic self and you are shrinking or diminishing yourself, then the topic needs to be brought up. The second question we're going to ask ourselves is this a primary relationship? Is this a relationship that I regularly engage in, that I regularly am involved in on a daily, weekly, whatever basis? And if it is, we need to bring the topic up. And the third question we're going to ask ourselves is, do you want to maintain the relationship? If it's someone who you know isn't going to respect your boundaries, then maybe it's not worth having a difficult conversation because they're not going to be receptive to it. But then we need to ask ourselves, why are we engaging in relationships where people don't respect us and where they don't respect our boundaries? And that relationship either needs to end or we at least need to minimize how often we're being involved in it. So those are the three questions. If you would like additional support, like I said, the link in all of my bios has a free guide that you can download. It is called Tough Conversations for the Recovering People Pleaser in Personal Relationships. It's the ultimate guide that is going to help you out. Hi, Kiki. I'm glad you came. Kiki and Alba be getting my hair right. Y'all can't see it today because I'm still in struggle mode. But the link in all of my bios, wherever you are streaming from, go to the link in my bio, download the free guide. It's going to help you ask yourself these questions and engage in these conversations in a healthy way so that you can show up as your full self, so that you can have the boundaries, the standards, and demand the respect that you absolutely deserve. So that is it for today. I'm doing a live challenge, which means I will be live every day for the month of May. So hopefully I will catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how we can view conflict in a healthy way as recovering people pleasers, because I know if you're like me, you're conflict avoidant. So I will check you out tomorrow.